Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Whenever this video finds you, I hope you're having a rad time. I'm the Figure Dude, and on today's Action Figure Finds and Unboxings, we have a Facebook Marketplace pickup. Without further ado, let's talk about some figures. Dude. Welcome back. As you can see here, we have quite the Facebook Marketplace pickup. So just coming back here, zooming out, I was able to pick up the basic steel cage, like the throwback steel cage, which I do have the like Jack's real scale. So I'm not going to spend a bunch of time talking about this because I have to hold my phone to do it. I can't like go through all the bits and pieces. You can see it came with everything. The only thing it was really missing is the door right here. But I didn't buy this off Marketplace for the ring. This was just kind of like an added bonus. So I was really happy. I've wanted to pick it up, but they haven't had it on clearance. And there's a lot in my area, just not for a price I want to pay. So I was excited to pick this up. Like I said, just kind of a bonus. So we've got a bag in here and then a second plastic bag full of stuff that I do want to check out, because there's a lot of really nice pickups. Okay, so back to our normal viewing window right here. I haven't gone through this plastic bag, so I'm not entirely sure what's in it. First thing we have here is the forklift, which I don't even know what set that came with, but the forklift is nuts. I don't know if it was like one of the Smash sets. I have no clue. I will be just giving this one to my kids to play with. They love their big trucks and excavators and stuff like that. So that'll be all for them. Mostly this whole bag that I'm going through now is all for them to play with. We've got the now defunct WWE Championship belt. We've got the Blue Universal Championship belt. So maybe I'll just end up keeping these, walking around my house and yelling "acknowledge me" to my wife and children. I am sure that'll go over extremely well. We have the Blue Tag Team Championship belt. We do not have the red one. And then there are two more ladders, like small plastic ladders in the bag, and there's a bug crawling on them. And they're a little dirty. The guy I bought this from did tell me that the stuff's just been in his garage because his son doesn't play with it anymore. So I did have to give a bath to the figures that I picked up, but now it's time to take a peek at those. Okay, so that was just a warm-up for what we really all came here to see today, and that is all of the figures that I picked up. So I did spend $100 on this lot, but I was more than satisfied picking it up. Someone asked me how I pick up like cheap fodder pieces, and really there's no like secret. It's just patience, finding stuff like this. So I've always wanted to find more Ultimate Edition pieces, but I don't want to spend up to get Ultimate Edition fodder. This just happened to be a lot that I was really happy with picking up. So you're gonna see why. So first thing here, we've got the Ultimate Edition Macho Man, and most of the figures in here just came like. There's some accessories, but I don't know if any of them are entirely complete. But that's not what I was going for. Like I said, this is just stuff I wanted to pick up for fodder, so I didn't need it for much. So we've got let's just adjust this a little bit here. So first off, Ultimate Edition Macho Man. He did come with his Macho Madness shirt. I took it off when I threw all the figures into my sink to let them soak and get a little more clean. Some of these have some damage on pieces, but nothing that is going to affect them overall. I believe this is the Elite 100. John Cena. You see, pretty sure a dog bit that. We can get past that. We've got all the important pieces. Next up is the Ultimate Edition Andre the Giant, which I did. This was one of the figures I absolutely didn't want to miss out on when I picked it up. Come on. Okay, there he's standing up a little. Let me move him back a little bit so we can see him. So you got that Ultimate Edition. I know the easy one would just be to do a big show. So maybe I'll end up making an Ultimate Edition big show as the Giant. Like, that's the easiest one to just pop that head on, make a WCW version of him. But we'll see. Maybe I'll get a little creative with this one. Not quite sure. So not everything in here was Elites and Ultimates. We have a basic Kane figure, which, so we just saw or are seeing the SummerSlam arms on this Kane. I still got some water on there from washing them off. The arms on the new Kane are the same as the Omos figure, so they're gigantic, and I don't hate them, but comparing them to the arms they used to do on the basic that are real skinny there, not a huge fan. Next up is the Elite Top Picks. We got him in a couple different series, but we've got Undertaker. You can see a little more doggy damage on that one. But again, when you're buying fodder lots, you got to find stuff like this that might be a little discounted because people don't want it anymore, or there's a little bit of damage. When you're making customs, you don't need everything to be in perfect condition. Next up is the basic, I think, Wrestlemania Fiend. All the water you see on these is clean water, I promise. What else we got? We got a big pile here. This was an awesome score. I don't remember what series this is. Is this the Target? I think it's the Target WrestleMania series Andre the Giant that came in the ring. We got the Macho Man as well. I picked up that Macho Man. I really wanted one of those WrestleMania carts, so I did pick up the Macho Man, and then we ended up getting a Legends version of that Andre. Okay, we got two more basics in this pile. So we've got the Randy Orton hooded sweatshirt basic right here, whose head sculpt has seen better days. I don't know if I'll probably just, that one's going in the trash. I don't need anything from that. Oh, here's the Brock Lesnar that I believe came with the forklift. So I like that head sculpt. That's a good head sculpt. I've got a few head sculpts now since I've got a couple Ultimate Editions of him, but still I can probably find some use for it. Here's one that I am very excited about, but it is missing his jersey, so that's a tad disappointing, but we've got the latest Angelo Dawkins figure. Okay, now that we don't have any giant figures, we can adjust that a little bit. So I don't have this one. I only have his first one. It looks great. I just have kind of been sitting on it, waiting to grab one, but it just happens to be in this lot. I don't know, I'll do something for the jersey. Or maybe I'll put him in a singlet torso. I don't know, figure something out. We've got the Ultimate Edition Rey Mysterio, which I do have, but the these feet aren't great. Okay, he's not standing up on his own. The parts used for Rey Mysterio are so unique. Like, I don't think anyone else uses that torso or legs. So I can definitely find something like different or fun to do with that. Probably just end up making a different Mysterio. I have a couple ideas that I'd like to do, but we'll see. I'm not really sure. Again, I don't always have plans when I buy these big fodder lots. A lot of the time, if I can just pick up something for a decent price, then I'm going to. Trying to think. I don't think I have a single... Oh, I have one figure in here that I have a plan for. We've got the Ruthless Aggression Steve Austin, and I do believe his cloth shirt is in the bag. I was going to just like wash all the clothing accessories as well. That I don't really need them since they're just mostly fodder, and the only cloth accessory I really cared about was the Dawkins, and it wasn't in there, so not the end of the world. But here's an Austin. Can definitely find something for some camo legs and that torso and arms. I used to try and chase that torso down quite a lot. Speaking of, one of the figures that I tried to buy a crap ton of for that torso specifically was this Edge. It was $4.99 on Ringside's website on a Black Friday sale, and I bought like 12 of them. And then when I got them from Ringside, instead of this one for $4.99, they had sent me 12 of the Ringside exclusive Rated R Edge that had the Hawkins and Ryder heads. So that was priced, I mean, at like $19.99 or something. So instead of telling Ringside they made a mistake, I just kept those. Didn't get the torso I wanted, but I got a bunch of the Rated R Edge, and I've used those for a ton of customs, so it ended up working out. It's a weird head for Edge, but again, I can use the torso. Kind of same idea as Stone Cold. They did pretty much the same figure besides the arms there, and anytime I can get that torso, I'm going to pick it up. Next up, this is one that I didn't pick up, but I'm excited is in here. Anytime that I can get a figure that I want for my shelf, it's a bonus when I get big lots like this. So I think this is was it the Top Picks Rock? And I don't remember. I think this was the latest Top Picks Rock because it has the double jointed arms, true effects on the face. I can't remember if this was supposed to be based off of WrestleMania 29, maybe? I can't remember. I know it was one, like his return, obviously. Can't remember what the attire was, but that is, I'm pretty sure it's that new Top Talents or Top Picks, whatever, Elite Rock. Here's one I almost bought the other day. I was out doing some toy hunting, having terrible luck finding anything. But we've got the Top Picks Jimmy Uso. I don't like the head sculpt, and we're getting a lot of Usos now, so they're a lot easier to come by. But this is different than any of the other ones we have. I have some extra Jimmy Uso heads, so I'll probably just throw this on the shelf. Just have another Uso on the shelf. We're getting the both singles runs of these guys, so that's exciting. And I'm pretty sure the Jimmy that we're getting in the singles attire is an all black attire. I don't know what shirt he's gonna have. This is not the largest lot that I've picked up, but as far as the parts that I picked up, this might be one of my favorites I've had in quite a while. There's so many Ultimate Editions in this. So you can expect some Ultimate Edition customs coming to Work in Progress Wednesday. We've got the Ultimate Edition Ultimate Warrior, which this one is not the one that is currently at Target, the like orange, the Hogan tan kind of one, which I'm glad because I can use this torso. So I had an idea a while ago that I needed this torso, but I can't think of who it was for. It'll come to me someday. If you have a good idea for it, feel free to hit me up. If you have ideas for any of these bodies, especially the Ultimate Editions, I'd love to know. Talked a lot of trash on this figure the other day when I picked up the updated version, but we got the first Ultimate Edition of Roman Reigns with that Triple H size torso, which I did not like, so I didn't pick it up. I picked up the new one, which I like much more. And then Roman Reigns decided to come to WrestleMania absolutely cut up. So I don't know, maybe this one works a little better for his appearance at WrestleMania, but still not a bad figure by any means. Just I wasn't in love with it, so I didn't pick it up originally. Don't regret that, especially now being able to pick it up in this lot here. Sorry, I keep adjusting the camera. I can't find a spot that I just really like today, I guess. We've got the Hollywood Elite Hollywood Hogan. from the WrestleMania series when they, so not this last series, but this series before that. It's got this is the one, it's got the Sheamus torso with the larger crotch piece, so it doesn't fit right. I don't know, find something to do with this. Definitely the double jointed arms. That's like the biggest thing I'm trying to go for when I'm picking up fodder lots right now. Or I've been looking for, I try to just find figures that are clearanced out. So I've looked on like Walmart's site. They had a bunch of stuff out for sale, mostly Marvel Legends, but I've picked up some wrestling figures as well. I've looked on like Big Bad Toy Store, places I don't normally look for wrestling figures, see if I can just find a bunch of cheap ones where I can just stock up on double jointed arms. We have the WrestleMania Elite Kevin Owens, which I picked this up without a head, so I don't know if that's the correct head. I don't even remember what series. Oh, it was the Elite line that came with the Austin shirt, which I now think I have 2 of those with no Austin shirt. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure I am missing that accessory. We're still going. We've still got a few more pieces in here. I'm telling you, I was so pumped about this. We've got another Elite John Cena, which I believe is top picks. And one thing that I think is funny is that the guy I got them from, like in the listing, it said that his son just like outgrew wrestling figures. And that is an excuse I've been using for years, is that my son would love these wrestling figures. And this was, I finally didn't use that excuse. I just bought them, whatever. But now my son actually is into wrestling figures, so I can use that excuse a little bit without lying, without telling them I have my own YouTube channel where I unbox and paint at wrestling figures. Okay, we got a few more in here. Let's get out of here. We've got another Ultimate Edition Bret Hart in the pink attire. I have not been able to find the Monday Night Wars version of him yet, at least as of recording this. I don't know what I'll do with this one. I've seen some people use that torso for an Ultimate Edition Sting, so I might end up doing that. Here's one of the favorite pieces I picked up from the lot today, is another figure that I didn't have in my collection, which is Elite, like 90-something, 97, 98 Randy Orton with the mustache look. I've got the Ultimate Edition, but I didn't pick this one up. I think the Ultimate Edition is just in the plain, like, all black attire. So this one actually looks better, but I didn't feel like spending money at the time on another Randy Orton. So I'm glad I picked that up. I've wanted it, just didn't feel like pulling the trigger on it. And then lastly, this is the one I think I'm most excited for, is the Ultimate Edition Seth Rollins. And this one did come with his robe. I do have the decal set aside because I've been meaning to get around to this. So this one is going to be one of these attires. I've got both pairs of decals right here. What do we got? Oh. So it's either going to be this one or this one. I can't decide. I'm going to be making both of them, but don't know which one I'd rather have as the Ultimate Edition. But that is everything. So it was what I felt was an awesome score. The pictures that were on Facebook were really blurry, so I could only tell like 4 or 5 of the figures that were in the lot. And I was just like crossing my fingers, hoping that it was going to be worth the purchase. But there was just a few in here alone that I could kind of justify the price, especially with the belts and the ring and everything. My kids will really like the belts, and really anything wrestling that I'm not going to use, my kids are more than happy to use. So that is it. That is everything for today's unboxing. I've unboxed much larger stuff. You can be the judge whether it's cooler, whether it was a good value. I guess let me know. What do you guys think? If you want to go check out some more of those unboxings, they're all on the channel, all on a playlist. Please continue to like, share, subscribe, and remember, you can't buy happiness, but you can buy more action figures. Figure Dude, out.